So hello everybody, CephalonKet here with a playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. Playing it on stream for the first time, but I've played through this game like over for 10 playthroughs or more. Like I've played this game a lot. It's an amazing game. It's an old game considered now, but it's still so good. And I just felt like playing it again. So here we are, and I hope you enjoy. Let's click new game.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Alright. The background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. So, for those that played Baldur's Gate 3, I believe there was some heavy inspiration from Dragon Age Origins, because it also has different origin stories, different ways your character interacts with the world and all of that. So it's definitely something that I feel like it took the best parts of Origins as inspiration. So I think we're gonna be a female character. I haven't decided on the race. Maybe, I don't know, elf or human. So I also prepared the game with a couple of mods to make the experience a bit better. I installed the better atmosphere, improved atmosphere mod. I installed a mod for hair so we can be prettier. What else? Faster combat and sprint. And a mod to allow you to have Zevran earlier in the game, which I think is very, very nice. So yeah, those are the mods I believe I have right now. Oh, and Grey Wardens of Ferelden for the armor. Okay, so I remember really liking the warrior class in this game, so I think I'll go with warrior, which means we won't have the mage origin, which is a shame because it's very nice. I guess we'll be a Cousland. We'll be a human Cousland. Alright, decided.
Greetings.
Greetings. Okay. Elisa, no. Freya. Freya Cousland. That's good. Normal. Let's go!
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
And this is very tiny. And you are how?
My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time.
I'd like that.
Good. My son's rather fascinated with stories of your prowess as a warrior. I dare say he'd like to test it firsthand.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
I'll do my best, father.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Hey, the mod
It
is
is an
working.
honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where is Fergus?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lass and do as I've asked.
A good
we'll
lass.
talk soon.
Tactical view. The game can be played from a variety of... Okay. Yep. Thank you for the tutorial. I would like to stop that now. Up. Your character now has a move order. You can issue orders. Press space. Okay. There we go. Ooh. And here we are. Dragon Age Origins. The adventure begins. Oh, Duncan.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked?
Is sending all of our forces south a good idea?
When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here. In case.
In case of what?
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
Alright, now you're scaring me, father.
I'm scared myself, but we are Couslands, and we do what must be done. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us.
Are you sure you'll be alright?
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my darling daughter. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear girl. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
Where do you think Fergus is?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Saying goodbye to Oriana and your nephew.
I'll go now.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Yes?
Yes? How long have you and father been friends?
We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
You knew King Maric?
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Calen isn't half that.
You don't think much of King Calen?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
Ooh.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
The girl did ask, your lordship. As per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
Your son is interested in me?
The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
A very sick burn, yeah. I got the impression Thomas didn't like me.
I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
Don't hold your breath. We'll see.
I'm sure. There will be much to discuss once I return.
I trust the delay with your men is nothing serious.
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking, if I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
I just want to wish you well, Arhau.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
Duncan?
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
May we speak later?
Your father has left you in charge of the castle? Then I will see you at dinner tomorrow, if not sooner.
I would prefer sooner.
Then let us meet in the morning. I will seek you out before Sir Gelmore's testing. Would that be sufficient?
What about tonight in my room? Wow!
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but it would be inappropriate for me to be in your quarters unescorted.
Damn!
Until the morning, then. I look forward to it.
Holy shit, we're forward.
Good evening, milady.
Good evening.
Good evening, milady.
Up. Damn it, if I had the passing skill.
Very well.
Hello.
We will serve you well while the Terran is gone.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
It shall be done.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get into the larder again?
No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
Where is my mother exactly?
She was entertaining Lady Landra and her son when I left her. Perhaps in the atrium? Before we go, my lady, might I beg a question? I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here. Is that true?
Yes, it is. His name is Duncan. I met him.
Then, is it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me?
He intends to test you for recruitment.
Maker's breath. Are you certain?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Me, a Grey Warden? It would
Grey
be
Warden.
everything I've dreamed of. Of course, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
Grey Warden? Ah, pressing tab highlights stuff, okay. Hello.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my daughter, along with Sir Gilmore. Tell me, Sir Gilmore, has my pup collared that dog yet?
Not just yet, your ladyship.
Darling, do take care of that. That malodorous hound of yours is an excellent protector, but he drives Nan to distraction.
Perhaps we need a new cook. I'm sure they'll fight it out.
Don't give Mother a headache. Sir Gilmore, see that it gets done.
As your ladyship commands.
Good. With any luck, I'll be able to feed my guests before the end of next week. Darling, you remember Lady Landra?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Of course, it's good to see you again, my lady.
You're too kind, dear girl. Didn't I spend half the salon trying to convince you to marry my son?
And made a very poor case for it, I might add.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Flatterer. You're looking handsome yourself.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
And she says that after seeing you whacking stuffed men in the courtyard, sweating like a mule.
Your daughter's prowess with the blade is most impressive.
Thank you.
I was quite the battle maiden myself in my day. But I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband.
You're aware that we're at war?
Aware that my husband and son are about to ride off to battle and perhaps never return? Quite.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship. Sir Gilmore.
I dare say I can hear Nan shouting from here. Perhaps if you hurry, you can keep her from having a fit.
Good evening, milady.
Let's go to the kitchen.
I shall do it.
Hello.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Hey.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Excuse you? He's not a mongrel, he's a pure-blood Mabari.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the Turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
And please, we'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Tutorial, inventory and equipment. To equip new items, you'll need to open the inventory screen. Do so by clicking on the highlighted icon or pressing I. Alright. Cousland ceremonial dagger. When equipped dagger from remove your character's armor or clothing now. Why would I unequip it? To equip, drag items from your inventory. Replace your armor or clothing now. Why did he want me naked? For easy access to consumable items, place them in your quick bar. Drag an item to your quick bar now. Whoa. That is a big... It's not even letting me have more because my screen is too big. Okay. Yep.
Why are you talking to me, young lady? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak.
Intimidate? No. How did he get in the larder this time?
How in the blazes am I supposed to know? He up and walked through the wall, I expect. That hound isn't natural. I see it in his eyes. He does this on purpose, just to torment me. Why are you talking to me, young lady? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak.
Please calm down, Nan.
I'll calm down once that beast is out of my larder.
We'd best go into the larder while we can before Nan runs for the guards.
Do you know much about the Grey Wardens?
Only what everyone hears. I never expected to actually see one. So few of them are here in Ferelden.
Kill the old woman? No, she's Nan. Have you ever seen Darkspawn?
Never. You hear about Darkspawn attacking homesteads and travellers, but I thought they were just stories.
Are Grey Wardens really as skilled as the legends say?
I hear they only recruit the most skilled. It'd be disappointing if that wasn't true.
What happens if the Grey Wardens recruit you?
I only know that once you become a Grey Warden, your old life is over. There's no going back.
Let's talk about something else.
As you wish. But what if the Grey Warden tries to recruit you? Have you thought about it?
Why would he recruit me?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but you are no ordinary woman. You're strong, skilled, and easily the equal of any man on the field or off.
Oh
the Grey
my.
Wardens would be fools to overlook you.
I wish he would recruit me.
Too bad. It's unlikely that the Wardens would risk your father's wrath.
Why aren't you marching with our men?
I would were it my choice. Your father decided I should remain with the complement guarding the castle. I hope that's because this Grey Warden wishes to see me.
Tell me about yourself, Sir Gilmore.
Well, you know I've served your father for years, since my own father sent me to squire here. My father is a minor lord in the Bannorn, but our land is little more than a glorified farmstead. I do miss it, though. The valleys of the Bannorn are beautiful this time of year. I take great pride in serving the town. Still, if I had the opportunity to join the Grey Wardens, I wouldn't hesitate.
You would leave my father's service?
With his blessing, I imagine. Joining the Wardens is the highest service one can render.
Let's keep going.
Of course, my lady. Lead on.
As you say.
What is it, boy?
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
That was a good boy. What a smart boy you are. Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, encourage the hound, why don't you? No wonder he keeps giving Nan fits. He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Please enter a name for the dog. Manto. Oh shit, combat.
Let us dispatch them, and quickly!
Shall be done.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Those were very large rats.
I've seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Jarl's men.
Who's a good boy? Yeah. Can you do something about this gory mess? Do you see anything interesting? Tattered old books, some of the pages have been chewed. Oh. Batman. Yeah.
I shall do it.
I shall do it. I didn't change my voice, I think. But that's okay.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your ladder from rats, big ones.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
My faithful warhound made sure it's safe.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about. Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
I'm in a hurry.
Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
Any more rat problems?
Don't even mention that. These two will run like a pair of frightened kittens, and then where will I be? Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is. Don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lady? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Are you solving everyone's problem? Yes. I am. And, because I'm a Cousland, and that's what we do. That would be boring.
And that's why you made your nanny old before her time. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you? The dog that bit?
Cousland. I remember it.
Good. Then you can start.
Before our father's fathers came down from the mountains,
A warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
and Hokaku grew prideful.
The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
Hokaku's own misdeeds beat him.
When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand.
He should have waited until the chief was alone. That was a mistake.
The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
Don't abuse your power.
Exactly. Hahaku took advantage of a position he thought he was entitled to. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm?
Why did you tell me that story?
It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
Cool.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
We will serve you well while the Terran is gone.
Now I'm not a kiss country. I'm a Cousland. Where's my mom? There she is.
So, you managed to solve Nan's dog issues? I'll take that as a yes. Good work, darling. Now you should say goodbye to Fergus before he leaves, don't you think?
Did you know there's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
The Grey Wardens are needed.
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Why can't I go with Father and Fergus then?
I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
What if they fall without me?
It's in the Maker's hands now, and we must cope as best we can.
I have a bad feeling about all of this.
As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me. But it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours.
Your mom really said cope. Do you know where Fergus might be? Are you staying at the castle?
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate, and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
As you wish. I don't think you should go.
Don't worry, my dear. It won't be long.
You know where Fergus might be.
If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
I should go.
I love you, my darling girl. You know that, don't you?
I love you too.
Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.